Sorry. Good morning, everybody. I hope my screen is visible. We shall begin today's session, okay? These are again some doubt questions which are given by students, okay? So I will be continuing with that series. All right. So the first one. What it suggests is it's a camel shown in a resting position under the shade of a tree. The camel needs to stand up to walk. You have to trace the trajectory of there's a point P which is given here. Okay, there's a point P which is given here. You have to trace the trajectory of that point P on a graph which is provided to you. Is it clear? Try solving this first and then we will solve it together, okay? Don't worry. Try answering it first. I know this is a doubt question. It's very logical. You just need to, in this case, there is just one key towards solving this kind of question. You have to find the side along which the first legs, I mean, the first two legs of the camel, they move towards. Do they move towards the left or do they move towards the right? Because if you look at the options in A, the legs from 1 to 8, they move from, first they move right, then left, then right, and then left. In B, they first move towards the left, and then they move towards the right to gain the balance. In C, it's the opposite. 3 points in the right direction, then the left, and then something extreme. And in D, it's roughly the similar trajectory, except there's a slight deviation towards the right side. Anshi, correct answer. Tanvi, Pratvi, wrong answer. In this case, whenever this kind of question is given, please look at the options first. Whenever you're supposed to guess which side the hand or the leg moves, think of the action. In this case, the action is the camel standing up. And think about along which side does the camel's legs tends to move when it gets up. Drumil, Man, Naishi, Shimoli, wrong answer. Rishabh, correct answer. Naishi, wrong answer. Okay, wait. Purva, Vishwa, correct answer. Sorry, Vishwa G, correct answer. Vishwa D, Shrujal, wrong answer. Tanvi, wrong answer. Khushi, wrong answer. Naishi, correct answer. Now, Meera, Mahi, wrong answer. Ashwi, Anya, wrong answer. Pratvi, correct answer. Shimoli, correct answer. In this case, it's a balanced set which you are answering. If you observe, like I said, this is moving towards the right side and this is moving towards the left side. This is also moving towards the right side and this is also moving towards the right side. Left side. This side. So in this case, if you observe any video of a camel standing up, it tends to move towards the left side first. And then in order to gain the balance, it then shifts its body weight towards the right side. Hence, since option B only has the trajectory on the left, this trajectory that you see is actually tending towards the left side from the starting position. Hence, option B will be the correct answer. Because all A, C, and D has the first trajectory moving towards the right. That's why. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions?
Ma'am.
Yes.
हम लोगों को इसको flip नहीं करना है?
Sorry.
मतलब flip कर देंगे तो C option से पहले left खड़े हो जाएगा मतलब वो.
Sorry, C में left कैसे खड़े होंगे मतलब? See, whenever a camel stands up, it first tends to move towards the left, first thing. And then it trajects towards the right. सो इन दिस केस सी में ही ऐसा हो रहा है कि वो ट्रेजेक्ट्री लेफ्ट साइड आ रहा है, बाकी सब में राइट साइड मूव हो रहा है ट्रेजेक्ट्री आपका.
Okay.
दैट्स व्हाई इट्स क्लियर नो.
Yes.
1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2 on the right. यहाँ पे भी राइट है, यहाँ पे भी राइट है, यहाँ पे भी राइट है. यहाँ पे ही सिर्फ आपका ट्रेजेक्ट्री पूरा लेफ्ट साइड मूव हो रहा है. ओके, इज देयर एनी डाउट्स, एनी
Yes.
क्वेश्चंस? Okay, we'll move to the next one then. Here, you're given a pin wheel which is connected along the edge of a circle. The pin is connected perpendicularly, so this is a tangent. What you see, this is perpendicular to this part. ये 90 degree आएगा यहाँ. And is connected to center of the circular disc as shown. This is the center. It's also established. A little push will make it roll over the gray circle, this circle, which is given. How many turns does it take to come back to its original position? How many turns does it take to come back to its original position? In this case, it's relatively easy because you're given the radius, right? I mean, okay, you're given the radius of the gray circle, which is 10 centimeters. Now, if I, wait 1 second. If I were to connect this line, what I get here is a right angle triangle. The angle of this is 30 degree. The hypotenuse is 10 centimeters. And with that, I just need to find this base, which is given, which is the radius of the purple circle. Why do I need to find the radius of this purple circle? Is because if I don't find the radius, I won't get the circumference of the purple circle. And I know the circumference of the gray circle because it's provided that the radius is 10 centimeters. So gray ka circumference will be 2 pi r. So it will be somewhere around 20 pi. Okay. I'm just writing 20 pi here. We'll solve this further. Okay. So in order to find this base x, I will then take which formula? I can take, so it is opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite upon hypotenuse is sine 30 is equal to x upon 10. So, wait. So sine 30, I forgot. Sorry, I need to search. Sine 30 का क्या value था?
It is 1/2.
हाँ, sine 30 is 1/2. Sorry, thank you.
Okay.
X upon 10, 5, x is equal to 5. So this radius is 5. I'll just show the perimeter of purple. I'm just writing PP. Will be 2 into 22 by 7 into 5. So when I solve this further, or I'll just say 10 pi, okay? So this is 10 pi and this is 20 pi. The ratio between the gray circle, ratio of gray circle upon, sorry, 1 second, how do I do this? Perimeter, sorry, not the radius. Perimeter of gray circle upon perimeter of purple circle will be 20 pi upon 10 pi, which is 2 times, which is the answer. So it will have to take at least 2 turns to come back to its original position. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions? Won't the base be 10 rather than hypotenuse? No, you look at the triangle. No? Vishwa, look at this triangle. If I draw this triangle, this angle will be 90 degree. And if this angle is 90 degree, this becomes the 10 centimeters becomes your hypotenuse, and the base is this base is the radius of this purple circle, RP. In this case, since the degree is 30 degree on this side, this RP radius forms to be the opposite and not the adjacent. That's why we use sine and not cos. Sine is opposite upon hypotenuse, which is x upon 10. X is, or RP is the radius. X is our radius basically here. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions in this? Any doubts? Okay, fine. Move to the next. So here you are given some sort of a formula, KCAG, and this, using this formula, this kind of form is given. What you have to find is, if I were to use this formula, how will this form, what will be the resultant form? If this is the correlation that I am establishing here, what will be the correlation established with this formula? Now, in this case, you actually don't need to worry much about any mathematical part, okay? It is just sheer logic. This is actually just sheer logic. Try solving it once, okay? We'll solve it together. Don't worry, but try solving it on your own once. There is a particular relationship with the alphabets and the numbers which is given and the diagram. First, find the relationship that the alphabet and along with the number has with the diagram, and then go towards finding the answer. There's a definitive relationship. Rishabh, wrong answer. Try solving. It's very simple. The logic is extremely simple in this case. Just look at the figure, the number. Shrujal, wrong answer. Naishi, wrong answer. Kavya, wrong answer. Ria, wrong answer. Niva, correct answer. All right. In this case, all right. Anshi, correct answer. In this case, the correct answer, I'll go to the correct answer. You all know the answer, but I'm not going into there. So if you look at the relationship, first part, I'm just starting with the first part, okay? Just that much part. K4 plus 1. 4 is in bracket and then plus 1. If I look at it, 4 plus 1 means 5. So I will start looking at the outer circle, which is given, this circle, which is given. Here, there are 4 green parts, 5 green parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. What it also says is 4 plus 1 is given, which means if I just look at the diagram, there are 4 petals, 4 green parts or 4 petals are connected with each other, and then 1 is left alone. Which means 4 plus 1 in bracket means 4 are connected like this, and then plus 1 which is left. All right. So I'll just find that first thing in this part. K is the outer perimeter. 3 plus 2 plus 1 is given. I will look at the options where 3 plus 2 plus 1 gets satisfied. A has 3, 2, and 1. So A satisfies my option. I won't write a tick mark, but I'll say A, possible. A is a possible answer. Then with B, I'll say what is the situation? 2, 2, 1, 1. So I say B not possible. Then C, 3, 2, and 1 possible. D also, I'll check. 3, 2, and 1. So I'll say D also possible. So far. Then the next part. C, 5. Here it is given C and it's just written 5. There is no connector. There is no X plus Y like we saw in K. So but in the diagram it's given 5 plus 1. There is a relationship here. So in this case, what I see is there are 5 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. I'll just erase it, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which means 5 diya hai. So 5 petals are there. Which means C mein 5 plus 1 diya hai, which means there has to be 6 petals. So all of them, A, C, and D, satisfy the 6 petal thing. But what it says is 5 plus 1. It says 5 plus 1. So in which case there has to be some connection. So if I look at A as an option, these 2 petals are connected with this black line here. And then these 3 petals are connected, which means it's 3 plus 2 plus 1. So A possible nahi hai. With C, what it says is 5 and then 1. With D also, it says 5 and then 1. So C or D still remains. In this case, C and D are still the possible answers. So I'll say, okay, chalo, till C so far, C and D are the ones which are satisfying the condition. Then what we see here is a connector. Between A and G, there's a connector. A represents the yellow part and then G represents the inner part. And 1 to 5 is the connector which we see here. Likewise, a similar connection is happening on this part between C and A, and of course between A and G also here. So I'll say between C and A, there is some connection which is happening, with which of course I can see here, and then here. But the question is, where is this connection happening? 1 second. Eraser. Yeah. In the case, the connection is happening in the isolated petal. This isolated one part has the connection with another one part. In case of D, that connection is happening with the 5 petals which are connected with each other here. And in case of C, the connection is happening in the isolated petal which is happening here. With case of D, the isolated petal is here. In case of C, the isolated petal is here. Hence, while in the formula, what it says 5 plus 1, which means the isolated petal which is there will be connected to the middle part, which is happening with the option C here. Let me erase this so you can see it clearly. This is happening here. Hence, I say D is the, 1 second, and I say D is also the wrong answer and C is the correct answer. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions in this? Any doubts, any questions here?
मैम
हाँ,
तो मैम हम लोग इसमें ऐसा भी लॉजिक लगा सकते हैं ना कि जो आइसोलेटेड वाला पोर्शन है वो सर्कल के अंदर नहीं आता है, तो मतलब हम लोग उसको ले सकते हैं, मतलब 5 को ब्रैकेट के बाहर एक प्लस किया है तो वो जो वाला 1 है वो उसको हम लोग आइसोलेटेड ले सकते हैं.
so that's what I said, no? 5 plus 1, that is isolated. That's why 5 एक साथ connected
Okay.
होंगे by this ring and 1 is left behind here.
Okay. Okay.
But ये वाला जो अकेला वाला 1 है, that is connected with the next part. In this case, in C, that one isolated petal is connected to the yellow part, which is the next part.
Okay.
Hence, C will be the correct answer. Any doubts? Any questions in this? It's a little bit difficult. It's tricky. I understand.
No.
Yes? Hello? Okay, fine. We'll move to the next one. Okay. In this case, you are given some configuration of jars which are filled with water. Which of these jars will function accurately as a water filter? Sorry, as an air filter, not a water filter. I'm sorry. It's as an air filter. Which of these jars will function well as an air filter? Rudrash, correct answer. Okay. In this case, the correct answer, okay, Prithvi, wrong answer. 1 second, okay, you're answering. Okay. In this case, the correct answer is option A. What happens here is, why A? So in case of option A, the water comes in from this side. The impurities get settled in the water which is filled here. And then the air which rises here, because there is no impurities coming from this side, the air which is left here will be pure and then that will go out. In case of option B, what happens is the air comes in, but the water which has the impure part, that has the possibility of going out, which is not possible. With case of option C, air comes in, floats here and then goes out. So C, maybe all the impure air will be going out. So C also not possible. With case of option D and option B, it's very similar, except here it's an inlet which goes directly inside, impurity gets settled in, and then similar impure air goes out. Hence D also not possible. Hence option A will be the correct one in this case. Any doubts, any questions in this? Okay, we'll move to the next one then. What is shown here is there is a mat which is woven. What you are shown on the left is a woven mat using threads of 2 colors, which is orange and purple. When you flip a mat which is woven in 2 colors, the colors become invert. Of course, you have to remember that, which means जहाँ पे purple है, वहाँ पे orange हो जाएगा, जहाँ पे इसमें orange दिख रहा है, वहाँ पे purple हो जाएगा. All right. So when the map is flipped along this edge, the Q edge, which is shown here, along this edge, which means a mirror is in hold. Along this axis, you have to, of course, find the mirror of this, basically, because it's flipped along this vertical axis. Identify the back side of the mat. In this case, please remember, don't solve the whole thing together. Look at the options first. Identify the part which is prominently different, and then go towards answering the, go towards finding the answer. So far, correct answer, Twisha, both the Twisha, he, correct answer. Mahi, correct answer. Shimoli, correct answer. Meera, correct answer. Ashvi, wrong answer. In Sanchi, correct answer. Pratvi, wrong answer. Anshi, correct answer. sorry, Anshi, wrong answer. Tisha, Tanvi, correct answer. Rishabh, wrong answer. In this case, what happens is Kavya, correct answer. In this case, if you just take that much part. If you just take that much part, why that much part I'm taking is also because that part is different in all the options. If I look at all the options, that part is different. In which case, if the arrows are pointing in this direction, which is happening here with Q, then in the mirror part, the triangles will be pointing in the opposite direction. The arrows pointing in the opposite direction happen with option B and option D. Option A has arrow pointing in this direction, and option C has both the arrows in different direction. So A or C galat hai. B or D may say, if you look at the central triangle, is something that you have to find. Then, if you look at the orientation of the main option, and then if I flip it together on the opposite side, it looks on the, so here it is pointing here, then in the other case it points on the other side, which is happening with option D, hence that is the correct answer. Option D में उसका orientation ऐसा हो जाता है towards this side. And if you also, another thing, all the three triangles, one second. All the three triangles which are there, 1, 2, and 3, they are oriented in the same direction. Option D is the only one where all the three are oriented in the same direction. Or A may be here, but the orientation is wrong here. Is that clear? Any doubt, any questions? Okay, chalo, we'll move to the next one then. Okay, what is given is a wash basin is to be installed in a college canteen in India. Which of the option can help derive the appropriate height of the basin from the floor? Will it be average height of adult Indian male and female population? Average height of tallest 50% adult Indian female population? Average height of shortest 5% Indian female population? Or average height of shortest 5% Indian male population? Okay, 1 second. Where do I start looking the answers? Yes. Naishi, wrong answer. Kavya, correct answer. Palak, wrong answer. Trisha, Dia, Neva, Drumil, wrong answer. Rishabh, correct answer. Anshi, Shrujal, Palak, Ria, wrong answer. Man, correct answer. Heer, Shimoli, Tisha, Heer, Shimoli, wrong answer. Tisha, Vishwa, Divya, correct answer. All right. In this case, the correct answer will be option C. The correct answer will be option C. Why option C will be the correct answer is, first says average height of Indian male female. That does not, if you look at in Indian context, the height of male versus female on an average, their height is relatively shorter compared to the male's part. So it is difficult to take both the average heights of male and female, and within that also, if you take the total population, if you take the whole population of male and female together, the issue happens in the relative differences, because from the shortest to the highest, if you find the middle figure, if you find the middle figure, it won't be comfortable for the shortest female population. It won't be comfortable for the shortest female population. So A won't be possible. The tallest also is automatically negated, because if I take the tallest, it might not satisfy the shortest female as well as the shortest male. They won't be able to use the basin. properly. Then the D option says height of the shortest 5% adult male. If you take the shortest 5% adult male, it may not match it. 1 second. It may not match with the shortest. It may not match with the population of the shortest Indian female. Hence, C will be the correct answer in this case. We won't, if this would have been confusing. Just 1 second, I need to message something. In this case, if it was given shortest 5% adult Indian male plus female, it would be more appropriate and it would be also confusing, but that option is not given. Hence, we'll go with the C option. Okay.
Again.
Any
Yeah.
doubts, any questions in this?
Can you explain it again?
Can you just look at the video? If you have any doubt, you can come back here. I will be uploading this to
Okay.
video. That's why I'm saying. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We'll move to the next one then. I mean, this one is simple. That's why I'm not repeating this. Otherwise, I would have repeated if it is a little bit tricky then. Okay. In this case, you're given 4 chairs. You are given 4 chairs. And you have to find which chair will not topple. Which chair will not topple while rocking 15 degrees. You have to rock it till 15 degrees and you have to find which chair will not topple down. In this case, okay, before you start answering, in this case, 1 or more option is possible, and please address your options only to me. Don't put it in the with address to everybody, okay? Pratvi, wrong answer. Shimoli, wrong answer. Divya, Arya, wrong answer.
Ma'am, topple means गिर जाना ना.
Huh, it means falling down. Yes. Vishwa, Darsh, partially correct answer. He, wrong answer. Diya, partially correct answer. Anshi, correct answer. Meera, wrong answer. Vishwa, wrong answer. Man, wrong answer. Khushbu, Tisha, Drumil, wrong answer. Riya, wrong answer. Ashvi, Vansh, Sanchi, Kavya, Kashvi, Kushi, Trisha, wrong answer. Tanvi, correct answer. Twisha, partially correct answer. Rishabh, Twisha, wrong answer. Okay, in this case, I'll just draw a line and you will get to know. Okay. Now, can you tell me which of these won't topple down? Because I'm going to put my headrest here. 1 second.
B and C.
Yeah. I'm going to put my head on the back side, which is, of course, pressure. And of course, all these points will be under some pressure. If you look at the options, only B or C satisfy the condition wherein if I'm putting my head, there is some support provided at the bottom. Versus A or D there is no support, which means they will topple down eventually. Hence, B and C will be the correct answer. Both B and C, basically. Is there any doubts, any questions? Okay, we'll move to the next one then. Okay, here this question is again in similar lines to what you just saw. Okay. In this case also one or more option is correct. You're given sculptures. You have to assume that all the fishes are of equivalent weight. Mobile sculptures are created by tying fish-shaped cutouts of different colors using blue strings on brown sticks of negligible weight. You have to assume that the blue strings and the brown sticks are of negligible weight. All fish cutouts are of the same size and weight. All of these are of the same size and weight. Which of the option will remain balanced after suspending from the ceiling? Which options, which means one or more option is possible, will be in balanced position once they are suspended from the ceiling? Tisha, wrong answer. I don't know if it is this or other. No, sorry, not Tisha. Prithvi, partially correct answer. Rudraksh, wrong answer. Aditya, Diya, wrong answer. Anshi, wrong answer. Prithvi, correct answer. Kashvi, partially correct answer or wrong answer. Man, wrong answer. Rishabh, wrong answer. Man and Rishabh, partially correct answer. Drumil, wrong answer. Anshi, wrong answer. Twisha, wrong answer. Darsh, partially correct answer. Kavya, correct answer. Khushbu, wrong answer. Vishwa, partially correct answer. Kashvi, wrong answer. Twisha P, wrong answer. Tanvi, partially correct answer. Divya, correct answer. Rishabh, wrong answer. Palak, wrong answer. Vansh, wrong answer. Khushbu, partially correct answer. Okay. Again, in this case, I will follow that same method. Sorry, one second. Okay. Once I draw this, what I find is, just one second. Once I draw this, what I find is, on this side of that arrow, there is one fish, versus on this side, there's one on this side, and then there is three on this side. So A is not a balanced composition. With B, what I find is there are two fishes on this side, and there are two fishes on this side, and there's a fish in the middle. So B is balanced, kind of. So I'm saying leave it. Let me say B is possible. With C, what I find is on this side there are two fishes, and on this side there are three fishes. Why three fishes? Because this fish which you see in the middle, it's not in the middle, it's not aligned with the center part. It is off center. That's where green, purple and pink, all of three will be counted on the fish which are there on the left side. That's why three fishes on this side, two fishes on the other side. So C is not possible. Then when I draw the D part, again two fishes on this side, and then two fishes on this side. So B and D both are possible. B and D are the correct answer in this case. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions in this? Any doubts, any questions? Okay, we'll move to the next one then. So here you are given a plan diagram, and in that plan diagram, what is shown is, you're shown a primary school location, you're shown a playground, and you are also shown a road and the direction in which the traffic is moving in the road. It's an Indian context, please remember. There is a reason why this thing is given, that it's Indian context, okay? The Indian context will tell us on which side will the driver come and on which side will the exit of the passenger or exit of the people will come for a bus. That's why this is extremely important. So in this case, you are given four tentative positions for a bus stop, A, B, C, D. You have to find which is the most appropriate position for the bus stop location. Okay, from there. Okay. Pratvi, Man, wrong answer. Trisha, Tanvi, correct answer. Darsh, Vishwa, G, Yana, Palak, correct answer. Tisha, wrong answer. Divya, correct answer. Vishwa, D, wrong answer. Vansh, Vansh, wrong answer. Shimoli, wrong answer. Shrujal, wrong answer. Aditya, correct answer. Rishabh, wrong answer. Kavya, correct answer. Diya, Trisha, correct answer. Meera, Heer, wrong answer. Pratvi, correct answer.
मैम मतलब हमको ए बी वाला ऑप्शन देना है? मैम
All
मैं
right.
ऑडिबल?
Yeah, sorry.
मैम हमको मतलब ए या बी या सी डी में से कुछ सिलेक्ट करना है, कहाँ बस खड़ा रहेगा?
Yes.
ओके.
So in this case, if you see, the bus is going to move in, it's a one way, okay? So this road is a one way, which means only one direction will be the bus moving. If I see the layout of the bus, so if this is the bus in Indian context, the driver's seat will be on the right side and the exit will be happening on the left side, or from here or from here, entry and exit, both entry and then exit. So if the when the bus is moving in this direction, okay, this is the layout when the bus is moving in the direction in which the arrow is given. Hence, if the driver's seat is on the right side here, which means A and B are not possible clearly, because the student needs to get up. I mean, take the bus from the left side. C or D में से कोई एक possible है. Why? Because if the bus is moving on this direction, I don't want the children to enter the bus from where the traffic is moving, because side mein there will be other traffic also moving, which is extremely dangerous for the children to take from that side, for the children to get up from that side. Hence A and B gets negated automatically. Between C and D, if you see, C is happening at the junction corner. It is extremely dangerous for any vehicle to have a stop at the junction, because that is where termination of vehicles who are coming from this side also happens. Because यहाँ पे दो traffic merge होते हैं, one which are moving from this side and one who will be taking a turn on this side, who is coming from here. So a corner junction is the most dangerous junction to have a bus stop at. Hence, option D is the most appropriate position of all A, B, C, D. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions in this? Okay, we'll move to the next one then. Okay. So here you are given, I mean, 5 square pyramids are stacked like the way they are shown in a 2 by 2 grid. This is a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So this is a 2 by 2 grid, which is given. And in that 2 by 2 grid, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. There are 5 stacks which are kept here in the 2 by 2 grid. If you're given a condition, if the bottom layer consists of 6 by 7 grid, if the lowest layer consists of 6 by 7 instead of a 2 by 2 grid, and they are stacked in a similar manner where the top one is happens to be only one position, like how it is given. But in a 6 by 7, you have to keep on progressing towards having only one pyramid at the top. How many pyramids will the formation contain is what you have to find. How many pyramid will the formation contain?
क्वेश्चन वापस एक्सप्लेन करो ना.
Here you are given 5 pyramid stacks, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is these 5 pyramids are happening in a stack of 2 by 2 grid, which is 2 pyramid here and 2 pyramid here. In these 5 pyramids are happening in the 2 by 2 grid. When this 2 by 2 grid converts into a 6 by 7 grid, how many pyramids will be formed? How many such small pyramids will be formed in that 6 by 7 grid is what you have to find. Is that clear?
मैम मतलब 2 पिरामिड 2 मीटर के हैं, मतलब 1-1 मीटर के 2-2 1-1 पिरामिड.
मीटर नहीं दिया है, मीटर
हाँ मतलब एनी यूनिट. यस.
मीटर नहीं दिया है. It's given this is 5 pyramids and then there is a one, this is 2 by 2 grid. 2 by 2 मतलब 1 pyramid and 2 pyramid. That's why 2 pyramid and 2 pyramid का grid दिया है.
ओके.
Okay. So in this case, you have to find how many pyramid will be formed in a 6 by 7 grid. When this 2 by 2 grid becomes a 6 by 7 grid, how many pyramids will be formed in this? Shrujal, wrong answer. Kavya, wrong answer. You have to find the number, okay? Number of pyramids. This will take some time. Try solving it. Rishabh, correct answer. Try solving this. Yana, wrong answer. Darsh, wrong answer. Shrujal, wrong answer. Ria, wrong answer. You're close, but your answer is wrong, Ria. I will explain it once I start. Naishi, I will explain it once I start answering it. You just, in the meantime, just try reading the question which is given. Aditya, correct answer. Vishwa, wrong answer. Tanvi, wrong answer. Vansh, correct answer. Twisha, wrong answer. Okay, chalo, let's do this, okay? So here I am given a pyramid of 2 by 2, which means one pyramid and another pyramid here. That's why 2 pyramids, and then one pyramid and another pyramid here. That's why 2 pyramids. So in a pyramid of 2 by 2, and then when they come together, 4 points get formed here, and along that 4 points, I can have another pyramid on top. So in a pyramid of 2 by 2 by 2, I can accommodate 5 pyramids here. Now I have to take a situation of 6 by 7 grid. Yeah. I'm just going to draw the elevation first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now 7, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is a 7 by 7 grid. 7 ka pyramid ka grid, one side. And then along this side, there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. There are going to be 6 pyramids on this side. So this is a 6 by 7 grid. Now, just observe. In a 6x7 grid at the bottom row, 6 into 7 will be, how much is 6 into 7? 42. In the bottom row, 42 pyramids will be housed because it's a 6 and a 7 grid. In the top row, when I'm just going to draw the elevation here. The pyramid in the next row will start happening like this. One number will reduce. So on this side, if I see it, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by, and then on this side, 1, 2. So 5. 6 by 5. So 6 by 5 is 30. Next part. इसके ऊपर 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 by 4, 20. On top of it, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 1, 2, 3. 12. Again, on top of it, 1, 2, 3. 3 by 1 and 2. 3 by 2, 6. 1, 2. And then यहाँ पे एक ही आएगा. So it will be 2 by 1. इसके ऊपर it is not possible to fit any more. Why? Because even if I put one more pyramid, it will topple down because there is no other pyramid to support on that side. That's why this pyramid won't happen. Right. So let me add it now. 2 plus 6 plus 12 plus 20 30 plus 42. That will be 1, 1, 2. If I add all the numbers, 42 at, wait. 2 plus 6 plus 12 plus 20 plus last is 42. 2 will be in the last row here, then 6, then 12 plus 20 plus 30, and then 42. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions in this? Prisha, your answer was wrong because in this case, on the top part, there are only two, the condition will be a 2 by 1 grid. इसके ऊपर एक और pyramid नहीं आ सकता है unless and until it's a sculpture and it's a non-balanced composition. If it is a non-balanced composition, only then another pyramid can come. Otherwise, no pyramid can come on top of the condition. But if it was a, like for example, if you see this situation in a 2 by 2 grid, if I remove one pyramid, यहाँ से कहीं से भी कोई भी एक corner से, if I remove one pyramid, if this is not there, this pyramid will topple down. It won't stay. That's why we won't count the last pyramid. Those who have answered, there are few students who answered 1, 1, 3. For that, I'm explaining. That's why I'm explaining this part. Okay, if I remove one pyramid from the 4 by 4 grid at the bottom here, other pyramid won't stand unless and until it's an unbalanced composition. This is a balanced composition, hence the last pyramid won't come. Is that clear? Any doubts, any questions in this? Okay. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me. It's a little bit, it can be a little bit confusing. That's why I'm saying. Okay, fine. Chalo. We'll move to the next one. How many right? Sorry, this is a wrong question. What it suggests is you're given this guy who is standing in the front view, and you have to find the side view of that same guy. You have to find the side. This is the last question for today. Okay, it's very very easy. So what you have to find is which is the side view of this same guy who is जिसका आपको front view दिख रहा है. That is what the question is. In this case, in order to find the side view, which is this side view, look at first the position of the legs. That it will help you eliminate certain options. From that, look at the position of the band which is given to you. From that also, you will be able to eliminate some options from there also. Okay. In this case, what happens is, one second. In this case, if I just look at the legs part here, one will be seen the front view and one will be seen the side view. And this part is going to be behind. Option A में वो condition नहीं है, so option A गलत answer है. Then I'm left with B, C and D. Between B, C and D, excuse me, the position of the bat in the option D, sorry. The position of the bands in the option, in all the option B, C and D is different. So here the band looks like this and here the band looks like this. Then what I will look for is if the band were happening in the position, like how should I put it, below the elbow, and if you look at the trajectory, आगे का part आपका like it's a very slight curve, but please observe it carefully and also observe the other hand कैसे दिख रहा है. If I just observe the other hand like this, which is happening, which is looking like this, and if I were to look at just this point and this point is relatively higher than the back point. In which case, what it means is the curve of the band will actually look like this. From where do I get that information is from this part. This part gives me that information, and of course, to some extent, even that part. Without, even if I don't look at this part, I know what the front view of the band will look like because I'm able to see this part. Hence, C or D में उसका trajectory उल्टा है. C or D will be negated and B will be the correct answer in this case. Any doubts, any questions in this? Any doubts, any questions in this? Okay, fine. With this, we will end today's session. If you have any doubts, please let me know. I will solve it at the institute if you're coming there. Okay. Thank you.